So we're 12 months and we're starting to explore toys on our own, probably walking by now. So now your world is like full blown. We're into everything. We're exploring, we're looking in cabinets, we're going from one thing to the next because that's how kids learn. They explore. But it's also very important that they can do with these toys and play with these toys appropriately. They're going to have preferences. They're going to have their favorite teddy bear. They're going to have their favorite truck. They may have a favorite block that they like. But are they doing with these toys what we want them to do? And what I mean by that is, are they rolling a car back and forth? Are they able to start stacking some blocks on top of one another? So what you see is we're working on some fine motor, but we're also working on cognitive. We're developing that language through motor play. Because when they're rolling that car, we're not going to sit there as the parent or as the speech therapist and just watch them and be like, oh, look, it's so nice they're playing with that car. We're going to be saying things like, look, you're rolling the car. The car is going fast. You have a big red truck. We're not going to sit there and say, oh, look, it's a block. We're watching them stack blocks. We're going to talk about putting those blocks in and taking those blocks out. We're going to show them what we want them to do. Another big thing that I talk to my parents about is telling them, showing them, and helping them. Kids are not going to know what to say if we don't tell them. They're not going to know what they're doing if we don't tell them. They're not going to know what to do with that truck. They're not going to know what to do with those blocks if we don't tell them and then show them. So you see, now that show piece comes into that. We're starting to bring that motor imitation piece in. Then we're going to help them. I have so many parents that tell me all the time, I don't help them do something. So the toy that comes to mind is the little pop-up toy with the little buttons that you push a button and something pops up, and then you slide a little slide over and then something pops up, and then you turn a dial and something pops up. And I can never remember what the fourth one is. Maybe it's another push button. I don't know. But anyway, everyone can picture the toy that I'm talking about, right? So we're going to tell them, you're pushing. You're going to push. You have to push the button. And that's the first prompt we're going to get. Push the button. And we're going to wait. Which leads me into something else that I need to talk about that I'm really big on. And it's back in the day, it was called the environmental control prompt hierarchy. Now we just call it extended wait time because it's our natural inclination to say, look, push the button, push it, push the button, push it, push the button. And then we say it over and over and over and over again. When we do that with a child that's 12 to 18 months old, we're bombarding them with auditory input, and their little brains don't have time to process what it is that we've asked them to do. They don't know push. They may not know push yet. So how are we going to teach them push? We're going to tell them, push the button, and we're going to wait quietly. And that was about a 3-second pause, right? It was very uncomfortable. I can see Katie here. She's smiling because it's uncomfortable. We think that we have to fill this space with words all the time. But if you think about it, it's kind of like typing on a computer really, really fast. It sometimes takes a little bit to catch up. Kids' brains do not process at the same speed that we can process things. So when I tell a child, push a button, I'm going to wait and see what they do and see how long it takes them to process. Well, they want me to do something with this button, but I'm not sure. So if they don't do it, then what do? You show them. We've told him what to do. Now we're going to show him. So then I am going to push that button and the little thing is going to pop up and he's going to be like, whoa, that's awesome. And then I'm going to close it and I'm going to tell him again, push the button. And I'm going to wait. If he doesn't do it, at that point, I've told him what to do. I've shown him what to do. Now I'm going to help him. So many times that hand over hand assistance is skipped over. And I'm not really sure why. Because when we're doing Wheels on the Bus, how many times are you doing Wheels on the Bus just you? everybody takes the kid's hands and they go, wheels on the bus go round and round. That's what we do. We're going to do it. We're going to take his hands. We're going to help that child do it, right? We're playing peekaboo. You take that kid's hands and you put them over his face and then you pull them back. Motor memory, motor imitation. I'm going to show him. I'm going to help him. And then I'm going to help him do it after I show him.